In the year 3427, the Galactic Union discovered a rogue planet at the far edge of the Orion Expanse. Officially catalogued as Xerxes 9, it was quickly reclassified to Class 13 Deathworld after initial drone surveys. The atmosphere was corrosive, gravity was 2.7 times standard, and the biosphere was so violently hostile that unmanned probes lasted barely 5 minutes on the surface. The Union High Command, confident in its military superiority, dispatched a full battalion of genetically enhanced soldiers, 700 elite warriors from across 5 species. Their mission was simple: establish a forward base and assess long-term colonization potential. Among those soldiers was Sergeant Elias Rourke, a human. The operation began at 0600 Galactic Standard Time. By 0607, the battalion lost contact with Central Command. By 012, telemetry ceased completely. They had sent an army. Only one soldier returned. Rourke stumbled into the decontamination chamber at Union Station Theta 7 21 days later, wrapped in torn composite armor, his left arm held together by nanite staples, and his eyes hollow with exhaustion. The automated scanners couldn't even recognize his species at first. His DNA was laced with so many emergency biophage mutations that he registered as a biological anomaly. Medical staff rushed him to emergency triage, but Rourke insisted on debriefing first. "I'll tell it straight," he said, voice gravelly from exposure, "but you won't believe half of it." The panel of command officers watched in stunned silence as he recounted the events. "The first mistake," Rourke explained, "was arrogance. Our tech couldn't calibrate to the planet, not really. What we thought were mountains were actually breathing. The terrain itself moved, like some kind of living geological organism. The air corroded metal, but our armor wasn't made for biological acids. First hour, we lost 30 men to rain. Rain. The second mistake was assuming the enemy was unintelligent. They weren't just animals. The apex predators on Xerxes 9 learned. They didn't just ambush, they baited. They lured squads out, used flanking maneuvers, even mimicked distress calls. Something out there, maybe the whole planet, was watching us, learning from us. Within 24 hours, over 600 soldiers were dead. The rest scattered. Communications collapsed. Survival became personal. "I buried a Drakkar twice my size," Rourke said, used his shield as a raft across an acid river, watched 2 Kithrians drown in sentient moss. Every time I blinked, something else had changed. Gravity, terrain, temperature. The officers asked how he survived. "I adapted," Rourke said simply, "fought like a cornered animal, ate what I killed, burned what I couldn't. Found old alien ruins down in a canyon, leftover tech from someone who tried this long before us. I learned from them. They died, but they left blueprints. Fire still works. Blades still kill." He paused, eyes distant. "There were whispers too, in my head. The planet tried to talk, or maybe it was something on the planet. I stopped listening after the second week. Too much blood." The final days were the worst. Rourke triggered a nuclear failsafe to destroy what he believed was a growing central intelligence in the ecosystem, a hive mind, or perhaps the planet itself. "They're going to study that place for decades," he said, "but they'll never control it." The room fell silent. Then Admiral Sarek of Evaldari spoke. "You returned alone. Does that mean you failed?" Rourke looked him dead in the eye. "No, sir. It means I succeeded where your entire army failed. I brought back the truth. That planet isn't a death world by classification. It's a test. And humanity? We passed." Rourke was honorably discharged against his will. Too dangerous, they said. Too unstable. He didn't care. He never went back to Earth. Instead, he disappeared into the frontier. Rumors of a man who survived Xerxes 9 spreading like wildfire. To the bureaucrats, he was a liability. To the soldiers, he was a legend. To the rest of the galaxy, he was a warning. Humanity doesn't just survive the impossible, it adapts, it learns, and when pushed hard enough, it becomes something even nightmares fear.